everybody. We got another episode of Sarcasm Speaks. Dickie has made his triumphant return to the show.
My name's Andrew.
So he's here today. It's also me and Bob. Right before we got on, I was trying to figure out why Dave Matthews Band is trending on Twitter, and I'm going to attribute it to Big Jim Marty.
You think so?
Yeah, because every single tweet. So you know when you go on Twitter and it tells you what's trending, and you click on it, every single tweet, and I scrolled, I don't know, 30, 40 tweets deep, just about every single one was, I don't know why Dave Matthews Band is trending. The next one, I don't know why Dave Matthews Band is trending. Everyone's like, oh, I can't figure out why Dave Matthews Band is trending. But they're all like, oh, whatever. And then some people are like, oh, I love Dave Matthews Band. It's trending right now.
I know of Dave Matthews. He is trending.
Yeah.
Every spectrum.
So it's like, it's just really funny. There's one of them that's like, no one with any sense of musicality can think Dave Matthews Band is bad.
You just don't have the right musicality, bro.
Yeah.
Not a fan of Dave Matthews.
I saw that Dave Matthews Band was momentarily trending.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Dave Matthews. That was, I don't know who put the post out, but it was one of those, like, a $5 column, a $4 column, 3, 2, 1. I was like, you get $15. Which bands are you gonna go see?
Oh yeah.
And Jim Murray had put out something, and it was like, so the $1 column, I couldn't even tell you who a bunch of the bands were, but like Talking Heads was there. I don't even know who Talking Heads is, but
They talk. So they actually sing.
so like the $5 column was like the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, who you would think.
British
The
people.
$4 column was like Guns N' Roses,
Right.
Metallica, and then whatever was in between. It doesn't. It's not that important. Yeah, so I think Nirvana was 3.
Yeah, 90s probably seem like this.
So, but Dave Matthews really didn't fit in this grid whatsoever. So,
You listen to like $1.
Dave Matthews gets lumped into a lot of like really shitty things. And I think it's hilarious. So I found this thing Barstool posted, which could be the reason why Dave Matthews Band is actually trending today.
most likely, it's not Jim Murray.
It's a grid of 16 squares, and it said, Barstool posted it and said, you can only keep 3 of these iconic artists. Who are you picking? So starting in the top left and working my way across each row. I don't know, you don't even know what the first one is. Rebecca Black, sorry. Rebecca Black, LMFAO, Dave Matthews Band, Jacob Sartorius, next row. Lil Bow Wow, Daughtry, Creed, Total Anarchy, third row, Clay Aiken, Nickelback, Matty B, Paris Hilton, fourth row, Lil Romeo, Ryan Cabrera, Jake Paul, and Naked Brothers Band. So everyone I think is freaking out because they're like, how could you put Dave Matthews Band in with those people?
So, you like Dave Matthews Band?
Yeah, I
Okay.
do.
I do not.
But it's also like, I'm realistic about it. Like a lot of his songs do sound the same, but
Yeah, you like
it's
it.
also like country music.
Yeah.
Like I like country music, but I also realize that some people really don't like country music. Like I like Dave Matthews Band, and I realize that some people really don't like Dave Matthews Band. I'm not that fucking asshole that's like, what do you mean you don't like him, dude? Like country music is like the best, bro. Like, oh dude, like Dave Matthews, dude, like he's one of the greatest musical talents of all time. No, man, it's like I like him, I enjoy him. So you don't have to. Like I know a lot of people don't. That's okay.
And I
But
think I think some people try to take talent and make it something it's not.
Yeah.
Because he might be pretty talented.
Yeah.
Is Dave Matthews like a person, or did they,
Yes,
or
no,
just
he
like
is. He is.
or is this like the time Pearl Jam tried to be Mookie Blaylock? And
Yeah.
he's just a basketball player. So is he like Dave Grohl, like he does everything, or he could do everything if he wants
I thought he
to?
only played it.
Yeah, he plays the guitar, he plays the harmonica, he sings,
Okay.
he does some other shit.
So I know they come out with some different stuff.
yeah,
Because I will say their music
Oh,
is
yeah, that's
different.
true.
yeah,
Now, so if you want to go like talent, like they're not just like up there distortion, like playing power chords.
right.
You're right, they're not.
Yeah.
But like, and it's fine if you like the music,
Right.
but like it's one of those bands which I feel is almost similar to the Grateful Dead. Because
Yeah.
Grateful Dead's not that good.
No.
What?
Exactly. But the Deadheads, they'll fuck you. Oh my
Yeah.
god,
Fuck it up.
it's like unbelievable. It's no fucking talking
Well,
about.
same thing with they have a cult following. These are like cult bands, like Jimmy Buffett. That's a cult. That's a cult band.
That's a tropical cult.
The only thing though with
That's
Jimmy
such a
Buffett
weird-
is his concerts are like middle-aged white person parties. That's all. That's all.
Well, we're approaching that with Dave Matthews. He's been around so long. Like his like real diehard fans are
Old
like
now.
I could listen to
30
him on a
plus.
lawn.
Yeah. No, but it's like
I'm one of his younger fans, probably.
I know people who have been to the Jimmy Buffett concert and it is fucking mayhem.
Oh yeah.
Like at the one at Mansfield, like it's nuts.
Really?
Yeah.
Like
Well, they just chill on like the lawn.
No,
Listen.
no.
No, they go. Wild.
this is like
He's doing
like
it.
you know when we have when we have people at the house, it just becomes an absolute shit show.
Cheeseburger in
It's
Yeah,
a lot of these
I'd like
people,
those to
they
come
choose the Jimmy Buffett concert like, all right, we'll get rid of the kids, like they'll go somewhere to stay,
Paradise. Yeah.
like we're gonna get fucking absolutely annihilated.
Yeah.
Like, so I know someone who went, he goes, I have never seen more tits in my entire life than at the Jimmy Buffett concert. The Jimmy,
Good for Jimmy.
the Jimmy Buffett concert, and I was invited to go with them,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I'm not going to a fucking Jimmy. Are you out of your mind? I'm not
Yeah.
going to a Jimmy Buffett concert. They also asked me when I was 25, 24 maybe,
Yeah.
or even maybe even younger, and that's how old one of the other kids was, the one
Yeah.
with Chris.
Yeah.
And then they were like, dude, that was like one of the craziest things I've ever been a part of. Because you go there and it's like, it's just like moms and dads.
Yeah.
I feel like the Frisbee people of Bridgewater were into the Jimmy Buffett concert, or would have been. Like they would be the kind of crowd that the Frisbee people we
Yeah.
hung
But
out with that did case races
they're,
and shit
they're
like
still
that.
too young right now.
Yeah.
They need to be a little bit older.
Yeah.
It's like just younger than our parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just just strange, man. Like it is because while they were there, they also saw some people they knew, and I go, what? That just makes it even odder.
It's almost actually now that I think about it, I'm sure you can find other examples of this, but like just off the top of my head, it's almost like each generation or like decade of generation
It's probably
has
each decade.
has its own thing. So like
Misfit toy.
Jimmy Buffett is like people in their like 50s.
Yeah, probably
So
50s
45
now.
to-
Nah, they're probably 50 now. Yeah.
And then you can say Dave Matthews is like people in their
Mid
30s.
30s or so.
Like my older brothers, that's when
Yeah.
it's really big.
And
Yeah,
then,
so I'd say like
uh,
even like Mello's on like the tail end of it.
yeah. And then oh fuck, I really just
Well, the dead, they're like
but they're like 60s.
60s.
Yeah.
Zombies,
I just
actually.
had one.
Yeah.
For
Black Black.
current day,
No, Bruce, sorry.
Springsteen.
Yeah, Springsteen is like people in their 40s.
Okay.
40s,
Yeah.
40s, 50s.
Is he another like that?
Yeah, so like that's what I mean, like the cult type of following,
Yeah.
where it's like Bruce Springsteen, Jimmy Buffett, Dave Matthews, like all those guys.
Yeah.
The Dead, they have like
And I think the reason I feel so strong about Dave Matthews, and I'm like, I don't fucking get it. I'm like, the music, I don't find the music good. I don't understand
No,
the
listen to this
obsession.
one though, bro.
Like seriously.
yeah.
So then
All the way
yesterday,
till the end.
so then yesterday, while while the debate was going on with Big Jim Murray,
Mhm.
someone had screenshotted. They've put out 85 live albums.
Yeah, that's absurd.
That makes me mad.
Yeah.
Why the fuck do you what the fuck is there to play?
So the thing about him too
Sounds good.
is he has that's the that's the allure of Dave is that he changes his songs So he'll have one song. So like one of my favorite songs from him is Gray Street.
Okay.
There's 3 different versions of Gray Street. So if you think you know the words to the song and you start singing it, he might be singing the other one.
See, okay, now I find, now I can see some people like, oh my god, what a visionary. He's so good.
Yeah.
It's like just when you think he's going to play the song you like,
Yeah.
he does something
Contemporary
different.
opera.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, play the fucking hits.
Right.
So that was one of Jim Murray's things was,
Yeah.
he goes, because before he even said which bands that he would go see, it was, assuming that they're going to play the hits and play them right,
Right.
these are the bands that I want to watch.
Yeah.
And then people are like, yeah, but they don't, whatever. He goes, yes, but that's why I qualified this with, if they play them right.
Who was the
And then
fuck?
he
Who was
even
the
said-
band that did that? Was it Van Halen?
I know
There was
Metallica started playing the wrong way, like different
Maybe
ways.
it was
and they did
Metallica.
that.
No, it wasn't that. It wasn't like changing a song. It was like there was a band that made a conscious effort. It's one that's been around for a really long time.
Where is that?
And they said we're not playing our old stuff. We're only playing the new stuff. And people went fucking bug fuck.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Because they were like, I think it might have been Van Halen. For some reason, that band is sticking in my head. And it's like, you don't go, like, the whole reason I'm going to a Van Halen concert is because I want to hear them play Jump. Like, I want to hear Running with the Devil. Like, I don't want to hear your new fucking shit.
I wouldn't be surprised if that was Guns N' Roses around the time that Chinese Democracy came out.
Maybe.
When they were like, yeah, we're not going to play any of the old stuff. We're just going to play like what we have now. And it's like,
No, Metallica did do that. They
Why?
played like new stuff. They had a new stuff concert
Yeah.
run.
But there was a band that, like, publicly said
Yeah.
it. They were like, we're done playing our old shit. And
Like,
people
okay.
went wild.
play the hits, play them right. That's what he said. He goes, if I was a band manager, I'd be sitting there beating people with sticks. Play it right. Play it right.
Yeah. Play it exactly like it is on the fucking CD that came out in 1994.
What's like the
Not like money.
Well, so that's the thing is sometimes I think a live show exposes some of these bands
Yeah.
because it's like, well, we're not gonna play it like we would. It's like, why? 'Cause it's not as good. It's like, whoa.
The Rolling Stones really sucked like a lot in the 90s and 2000s live. Like it was terrible.
We had to roll.
Well, I mean, that was like 30 years ago. They were
I
still
know.
old. But
I know. They've
No,
been
they-
around since the 50s,
no, but like
60s.
they just couldn't like put it together.
Yeah, well,
But
so
then there's bands that could.
so when I saw Avenged Sevenfold the first time, they basically played True, and it was actually better because they played it straight. There was no goofy editing because like
Yeah.
sometimes editing is not a good thing.
Yeah.
So there was no goofy editing. So it was just just the heavy bass, just the guitars, like in like some of their songs, like Little Piece of Heaven, I forget what the fuck the song is. It's like a little skit. It's like a skit song. So when it's like when it's mastered, it's like, oh, this is kind of goofy. And then they played it, and I'm like, oh, this is why all of you people like this song this much.
Yeah.
They just play it like this, you motherfuckers.
Yeah.
But some of the live shows, they just get like it exposes it because like a lot of the music I listen to, it doesn't come through clear live
Yeah.
because there's too much going on. There's too much like conflicting. It's not clear. Like whatever. Like editing does a lot of good things for these bands.
Yeah.
So when they don't play it right, it's like, okay, what are we exposing right now?
I tried to Google the bands that don't play their hits live.
Dude, I bet I have a feeling Guns N' Roses did it. When did Chinese Democracy? That's gotta be like almost fucking 15 years old now.
So is that Billy Joel cover band from
Eric
They only
Clapton-
play 80s Joel.
Apparently, Eric Clapton refuses to play Tears in Heaven.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I like this unplugged songs. Is he still alive? Fucking Jesus.
I think so. You didn't see.
While they were still together and while he was still alive, Nirvana refused to play "Smells Like Teen Spirit" live. And it said, so there's like a description under them, and it's like, actually, Kurt Cobain did perform this song live, but they played it badly on purpose. They famously refused to perform it on the MTV Music Awards in 1992, and then deliberately terrible miming the Top of the Pops went down in legend. So like, there are bands, I guess, that just. I mean,
Well, they would grunge.
I can
too.
see that
They
from
grunge
a like you said, like an artist standpoint. Being
commercials
like,
and shit.
I just want to make good music, man. And then the manager's like, no, hey, guess what? You need to put out a fucking hit. So,
That was Cherry Pie by Warren.
yeah,
They
exactly.
hate that fucking song.
Yeah.
They hate that song.
So I can totally
Yeah,
see
yeah,
bands.
And they just like
that do
made
that.
they just made it up as like imagine that, like you're a band and you go, all right, so we have like our album, and someone like the record company comes to you and goes, guys, we need a fluff song. We need a fluff song that'll climb the charts, whatever. And it is what you are defined by.
Yeah.
Like so, Warren is known for Cherry Pie,
Yeah.
and it's a song that they threw together in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
They fucking don't like it,
And it was so ridiculous.
and yeah, it's absurd.
Yeah.
Like if you think about "Smells Like Teen Spirit," I'm actually gonna look it up. I don't know if like that song is like was something. I don't know if they just threw it together or what, because
Yeah.
the guitar is some of the most simple things I've ever heard in my entire life. Like everyone can play it,
Yeah.
and then it's like the chorus is borderline incoherent.
I have no idea what they're saying.
It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
And that's come from Kurt Cobain, Dave Grohl, and
Right.
the other guy.
Yeah.
Like these are actually talented people, and they put out an incoherent song.
I guess this is a common thing. Like the Beastie Boys refuse to play "You Gotta Fight for Your Right"
To what?
to party.
Oh.
Led Zeppelin refused to play "Stairway to Heaven" back in the day before they all died.
Dude, no stairway. Denied.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to see what else is on this list. AC/DC refuses to play "It's a Long Way to the Top."
If you wanna suck a hole.
Yeah. Bob Dylan refused to play "Hurricane." Korn refused to play "Daddy." Radiohead won't play "Creep,"
Great.
and that's it for that list. So I don't know. I guess it's more common than usual. But yeah, no, that's part of the allure from Dave is that he changes his songs sometimes.
Yeah, and then back to that, he doesn't like the one that everyone knows. What is it?
Which one? Satellite?
No, the other one.
Ants Marching?
No.
I don't know.
The one that
He's
Crash Into
the
Me.
guy's put out
Crash Into
85
Me.
albums.
Crash Into Me.
Yeah. He's got like 1,000 fucking songs.
That's like the number one, though.
I wouldn't say that's his number
It's
one.
not one now. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
I would
you
say
gotta,
that-
hold on, you gotta remember.
No,
as
no.
a listener.
No, I would say his most popular song is Satellite. That's what everyone always, because like people joke around about it. They're like, Satellite. Like that's the
Yeah.
big joke. Like that's the Dave Matthews joke. Like it's in movies. Like,
I didn't even know there was a Dave Matthews joke. I just thought he was a joke.
I wonder actually if I go on Spotify. Well, no, it's good because they go on the most recently downloaded. I was gonna say if I pull up Spotify and go to the Dave Matthews page, I wonder what his top songs would be, but if he's released any recently, but that would be polluted, I guess, or what is it, biased? That's what it would be, polluted, biased. That's what it's never mind. The Space Between is probably his best song. If I played it, you would know it.
Not the one.
That's not his best song, but like his most well, like.
I was always
people-
crashing to me. I was always on the radio.
Yeah, so was a bunch of these.
85 live albums. Get the fuck away from me.
How many live versions do you need of the same song?
Definitely
Well,
less than 85.
So
I wanna
he
have the unplugged
also
one.
he also has this weird thing. This is what I mean. People that like really are diehard Dave fans are like weird about shit like that. Because there was I forget what year it was, but it might have been like 1997, like at the Gulch, like wherever that is. I think it's in Nashville. He like played this fucking concert that apparently was like blew everyone's fucking dicks off. So like people love that album. People go ape shit for like 97 at the Gulch, or like O2 at Red Rocks. You know what I mean? Like, though, that's like, people are like, oh, dude, have you listened to O2 at Red Rocks? It's like,
I'll just know at the green.
yeah.
Yeah. Metallica at Gothenburg is pretty fucking good. So
Yeah, I think Gothenburg would have received it so well that they just were like, yeah. So we'll play that.
Oh, dude, what about Rammstein and Gillette?
That's
Dude, do you think we're still gonna get that?
I
They're
don't know.
supposed to be in September.
I don't think they were gonna
Yeah,
cancel.
yeah. It was the first time they were allowed to tour in the United States.
That sucks. Not anymore, it's not.
They were supposed to be at Gillette Stadium in September. I mean, I was gonna say regulation should be a little bit more lifted, but I don't know about a full concert. They're not gonna fill that 60,000 fucking stadium in September for a Rammstein concert. They might do it for a Patriots game. Kraft pull some strings, but I don't think they're gonna want that flying. That's actually, maybe I'll look that up real quick. Does Rammstein have 2 M's?
I think it's 2 times.
Concert Gillette.
I don't know though. I mean, are they gonna play like a less than filled stadium?
It's been postponed.
Boo.
Boo. 9/6/2020. In light of the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, the Rammstein show on September 6th has been postponed. Ticket buyers, however, should hold on to their tickets as they will be honored at the rescheduled date.
2030.
Yeah. I just love that when they had the commercial for it on the radio and everything. It was like the biggest pyrotechnics show, the loudest stereos, the craziest thing. And like not once in that did they say like the best band or like the greatest music. They were just like the pyrotechnic show, like the craziest.
Biggest dicks on a fucking
Yeah.
stage.
It's like, oh wow, okay.
The largest amount of lights per capita.
And if the if we get a strong southeasterly wind, we might start to smell a bunch of wet dog and cigarettes from here.
Smoke and wet dog. That's all people at a concert smell like. And I don't know about any other concerts, but I guess I'd say metal.
Like metal, hard rock. Because remember I went to that concert.
Dude, that wasn't
Bowling
even
for
hard
Soup?
rock. That
You know
was
what's really
punk
funny
rock.
about that? That was 1 year ago today. Because I got a Snapchat memory popped up on
Really?
my phone, and it said 1 year ago today, and I was like, what the fuck is this? And I was looking at it, and I was like, oh shit, that's when I went to that fucking Bowling for Soup concert.
I think it's just rock genres. Whoever shows
Yeah.
up to a rock genre smells like wet dog and smoke.
Yeah, it smelled so bad when we went down to the pit.
It sucks. And everyone touches you at all times. Thank
Oh,
God.
that's
Maybe I'll
gross.
start going to concerts again because of coronavirus. No one can touch me.
Yeah. And like everyone is just like damp. Like all the people are just damp.
Yes. It's not raining.
No. No.
You're inside.
Yeah. You're inside.
Actually, I was at Warped Tour one year. That was bad. Everyone's fucking sweating and shit. Ugh. Fucking nasty.
Isn't that at Conference Center?
Yeah.
Is that like a festival? Do they put up like multiple stages and shit for that one? Yeah.
That was, I mean, it was a thing. They don't do it anymore. They only do limited cities now.
Yeah.
But
Well, didn't it start getting like out of control?
I think it was fine. It was just people kind of aren't going to these massive things.
Yeah. Well, that's fair.
I think. I don't.
Yeah.
I think you either got the small venues or you have complete stadiums.
Right.
But like I'm trying to think, like when was the last time a current band filled like a football stadium? Maybe the Foo Fighters?
Yeah. I mean,
Dave.
Dave. Yeah, man. Dave always says that.
Go up the field.
He beat the Red Sox sellout streak, the fake streak. Well, I know country concerts fill stadiums, but that's also not one person because they all tour together.
Yeah.
So like out of a
Those are fast.
60,000 like seated stadium, you might have like 10,000 people show up just for the opener because they really like Frankie Valli, or like you know what I mean. Like it's a Kenny Chesney concert, but Jason Aldean is going, so like 25,000 people go to see Jason Aldean. They don't really care about Kenny Chesney. You know what I mean? It's like one of those because very rarely country music artists just tour by themselves. It's usually a group of 2 or 3. Although big bands kind of do that too. They have opening acts and stuff.
Well, everyone has openers, but you know, I just like think of it. I don't know. It's like you hear it's like, oh, Metallica's coming. It's like sick.
Yeah.
What year is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It just feels like the bigger shows are just dead.
Yeah. You know what reminded me of something? You said the Rolling Stones earlier. Did you hear the Rolling Stones are suing Donald Trump?
Why is he playing their songs or something?
Yeah, he's playing their songs at his like rallies or something like that.
It's been a bunch of having like saying cease and desist to Trump. But
Can
they're
you do
suing him.
that? Can you like?
You can cease and desist, but I guess if you don't listen at some point, you owe royalties.
Is that what it's for? Like,
It's like a licensing thing. Like you're
Yeah.
not supposed to play it in certain venues. If you,
You're not supposed to play shit in
Profit.
public
yeah.
if you don't own the rights.
really?
So like remember when we were in the dorms
Yeah.
and they did like movie nights
Yeah.
and
Oh, yeah.
they needed to pay like $10,000
Yeah, you have to pay the movie people for that.
to
Oh, that's
show it
fucking
because you're
stupid.
showing a movie in public that you don't own.
Why did they do that?
That's like a. That's
Why
like a
didn't they
big,
just like take that $10,000 and put it towards something better?
Yeah,
like AC that
yeah,
works,
exactly. Like
or a heater that wasn't.
so yeah, so if you want to know the biggest fucking racket, like your dorm room,
Yeah.
like if you still have dorm rooms, because I don't know what the fucking rules are anymore.
Yeah.
When they do like a movie night,
Yeah,
Yeah.
for a dorm that houses like 1,200 people and 26 show up for a movie night
yeah,
that they shelled out $10,000 for. Yeah, why don't you take that money and use it some other way?
yeah. How about getting better food?
Yeah, or like give us more parking or something.
Yeah.
Fix the bill. Like you
Weird
said,
parking.
put AC in the building. Like do something. You know what I mean? Because if you show a moving night once a month, while the time you're in school,
Yeah, it's like $80,000.
that's like $80,000 a year.
We're watching The Witches of Waverly Place.
Yeah.
Great.
That's what I mean, though. It's
That's
like
worth
someone
$10,000.
told me that. So why do you
Yes.
guys play these I go, why do you guys play these bullshit movies? They're like, oh well, you know, it's kind of expensive to play a movie. I go, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Get a fucking DVD.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah, we got
that is
some.
loud.
Hey, something shaking.
Yeah.
I felt that on my fucking.
Yeah, we got some thunder and lightning going on here.
Would you call that like rolling thunder? Is that rolling thunder?
Is that a song?
Used to be a book, Rolling Thunder.
Oh,
No, Roll
yeah.
Off Thunder.
Roll thunder, hear my cry. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, I don't know. That is fucking weird though. That it costs that much money.
Yeah, like schools aren't supposed to, like I'm not really supposed to show movies like as a group, like we're not supposed to combine a bunch of classrooms in the auditorium for free, but people do it anyways. Come on, who sues a school?
Yeah, assholes.
Yeah. They're a bunch of kids, fuck off.
Yeah, especially a public.
We don't want to teach.
Probably Trump. He probably sued a school. He seems like a fucking dickhead.
Didn't he not like give money from a charity he did or something like that? He raised money for a charity and just kept it, and then the government,
Really?
yeah, then who are those people, judges somewhere, were like, no, here's an order that says give the fucking money.
Yeah, that
He did
seems
that.
like something that's like illegal.
Well, yeah.
That's like
You
a
don't-
false. That's like a false.
That's fraud.
Yeah, that's fraud. That is fraud. That's committing fraud.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
guess
give me
he-
money to donate to sick children in Africa, and then you get like $1 million. You're like, all right, cool, thanks for $1 million, everybody.
Yeah. Yes, that happened to some like poor guy, some homeless guy, violin for him, and some family's like, oh, raise money, and they raised money for him, and they kept all the money, kind of, because he kept spending it like a homeless person would spend it. So they gave him like an allowance, but then he sued for it, and then he gave him all the money, and then he's like a homeless person about it.
Blew it on
He
strippers and
blew-
cocaine.
He blew it on all bullshit.
That's like
But I guess same.
that's like that guy from what was that, Cleveland? You remember? Fuck man, that might almost be like 10 years ago now. There was like an old black guy in Cleveland that had the voice. Like they called him the Golden Voice. He was a homeless guy, and yeah, and he ended up making like a fuck ton of money because they hired him out as like a voice actor, and then he ended up literally blowing all of his money on like drugs.
Yeah, he's a
I
homeless
think so.
person. There's a reason why
Yeah.
he's homeless. It's either mental illness or
No,
bad
dude,
choices
it's
or a
covered.
little bit of both.
Yeah,
It's not his fault, dude. It's not his fault he was homeless.
No, the
Society
government-
just never gave him a chance.
the government was keeping him down.
We could have done anything to fix that.
No.
I don't think
Yeah.
he was a black guy though. I think he was just out in the sun and he just like was tan. Because I remember his face. He was so dark.
It was like an old Italian guy,
Yeah.
an old Italian mason. Have you ever met
So dark.
an old Italian mason? They're like literally like a black person. Like you would they could pass for it.
Like a medieval blacksmith. Like,
Yeah.
he's been near the fire. His skin's literally burnt.
Your skin is leather. Your skin looks like my couch. Yeah, that's fucking.
Masons are also fucked too. They eat like the old Italian guys.
Oh yeah.
They would bring like a block of cheese, a tomato, and some salt with it.
Yeah.
Like that was lunch.
And you know what? They would live until they were like 98, and they would work until they were like 95.
They bring
Oh.
wine with them.
Oh,
Yeah.
Disease can penetrate their leather skin.
Their skin's too tough. Coronavirus can't get in if you've been a Mason.
Germs land on that skin, and they're like, "Fuck it, we're not getting in here. Let's just go somewhere else."
Too much work.
Yeah.
The skin's like acting like the germ. It kills the germ. Though. It's like, ah, fuck.
Well, dude, you ever shake hands with a Mason?
So,
Their
Oh, yeah.
hands are like,
Yeah.
they have like stone on them. Like,
You know who else is like that? Mechanics.
yeah.
well, their hands are like, their hands are always like greased up.
Yeah,
Well,
but
yeah,
their
but they
hands
wipe it off
and
and
their
it's just like a
forearms. Like
Oh,
a dude, like a 50-year-old mechanic that's been a mechanic
Oh,
his entire life.
all that wrench work.
His forearm is like my fucking quad.
Yeah.
Like it's fucking unreal. Like one of my buddy's dads was a mechanic, and every single time, like he would fuck around with us when we were kids, and he would grab us on the top of the head and just go like this and just squeeze. Be like, ah, stop it! But like you think about that, like, and he wasn't a big dude. He was maybe like 5'9", 5'10", but like. His hands and his forearms were so fucking strong. He could literally pick us. We were like 6 or 7 years old. He would grab us by the top of the head and like lift us off the ground.
Scout mechanics for like fucking MMA grappling.
It was the craziest fucking thing in the world.
It's like the sheer mechanic.
Just picks up the kid
He's
by the
literally picking up a child by
He's
his
like,
head.
God.
Ugh. It's fucking crazy.
See, but I wasn't like, obviously, because I know like anyone who does the trades for long enough, they're more of an actual man than any of us. But I'm just like just people like who work with like cement and bricks and stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You shake their hand and it feels like a fucking brick. Like
Yeah,
not
yeah.
just that it's like super strong, but it feels like coarse and stony.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like growing off of it. Like
Yeah,
it's growing
yeah,
off
like
of it.
their hands are turning into what they work
I'm
with.
sh-
It's like
I'm shaking hands with the earth.
Pirates of the Caribbean when you're on Davy Jones' ship for too long.
Part of the
You
ship.
become
Part of the crew, part of the ship, dude.
I'm growing a starfish.
My hands are turning into literal cement. You're turning into the Thing from the Fantastic Four. Oh man.
What's your minister from the movie from last night?
Oh yeah. Well, his hands literally did have stone because Thanos fucked him up.
Yeah. I mean, do you love? You turn into it.
That's funny. Do what you love and you turn into it. So I saw this the other day and I thought it was pretty interesting to see. Get your guys' take on it. Oh fuck! Kyle Busch just crashed. Oh, there goes my 19. Amazon and Apple are trying to get into live sports. So I think this is a really interesting move, and I think this has the potential to absolutely crush cable companies.
They have
Finally,
too much money.
once and for all. Because so Amazon already has it. Amazon has a deal with the NFL.
Yeah,
where
they were doing some shit.
they put some Thursday night football games on Amazon, but they want to do more. And now Apple also wants to get into live sports. So the way I look at it is the only reason why people still have cable. Now, I'm not talking like use Comcast for internet. I'm saying like the only reason why people still have cable TV is for live sports.
And old
Now-
people that don't understand streaming.
Right. So obviously there are alternatives. Like we use YouTube TV. We can get live sports, but things like that. But like most people in general that don't know about that, they still pay for cable. The only thing that's saving cable right now is live sports, because you can pretty much get anything anywhere else at any time. And now that Amazon and Apple want to get into streaming live sports, I think this could become the nail in the coffin for cable companies.
Hopefully they fucking deserve it.
Yeah, after fucking us for years.
If you, I fucking hate Comcast.
Well,
Anything or
They split up
they can just become Wi-Fi providers, and I'd be fine with that. They can just fuck me that way.
Yeah.
So you want my God's honest way to start?
Yeah.
Get a fucking contract with golf, because for some fucking reason we have a golf channel that refuses to fucking play golf. It is fucking incredible how this works.
Yeah.
Yesterday they moved the tournament up because of weather. So they moved it, and the leaders were teeing off at like 9 or something. Like they were out early, and it was done by 3 o'clock. Coverage typically starts at 3 o'clock. At about, I don't know, 10:30, there is no golf on TV to watch.
Sick.
There is none, because the Golf Channel is playing reruns, and it hasn't hit CBS yet.
We gotta put on that Kevin Costner movie again.
They had fucking Faraday on with an interview. I like Tin Cup though.
Tin Cup is pretty good.
Every day.
Every Tuesday for a while it was on, and I watched it. But you have a golf channel that doesn't play golf. And I'm sitting here, and I don't fucking get it. I don't fucking get it. The Golf Channel refuses to play golf. There is plenty of golf to put on, and they will not put it on.
Wait until I tell you about the History Channel.
Do they not talk history?
They talked about aliens for a good 10 years.
Oh, that's the guy. The,
That's
Yeah.
the guy.
yeah.
The meme. He's
Yeah.
turned into a meme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All that stuff. Like they went into like nonsense, like mermaids and fucking.
So they
Mythical
became the Sci-Fi Channel.
Basically,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
fucking ridiculous.
Can I watch Sharknado on the History Channel?
And the History Channel became the that's where they do all the. What is it? They take something to a person, see how much it's worth.
Oh, like pawn
Pawn
stars.
stars, yeah, the pawn people.
stars, yeah. Was History Channel also? No, it was Discovery was the one with Duck Dynasty,
Yeah.
right? Because that was pretty big for a while too.
Surprised they didn't go to golf for like reality
Oh my
TV.
God.
Something that, like selling golf clubs that are old. Reality TV.
Fucking,
Yeah,
so that pissed me off, but I think, so there are, like, when sports are allowed to play, which I know it's been like 4 or 5 years since we've had sports,
Has it not been that way? I feel like it's been longer.
I don't know what it is anymore, but there's plenty of options for sports to be on.
Yeah.
There are plenty. And the cable networks refuse to play them.
I just don't know why.
I
Golf's no.
There has to be some weird licensing rules or something stupid.
Yeah,
It's gonna be something so stupid.
it's gotta do with the contracts, because why would the Golf Channel play a Phil Mickelson interview with David Faraday from like 2 or 3 years ago while live golf was being played? It's because the PGA Tour won't let them.
Right.
So strike a deal with the PGA Tour, tell them we're gonna pay you whatever and you're gonna fuck off,
Yeah.
and then play golf.
Right.
It's like Masters.com when the Masters is on.
Yeah.
They have golf all fucking day.
Yeah. Because they don't care.
They don't care.
No.
They
They do.
don't.
They do whatever the fuck they want.
There was that year where like the sponsors were pulling them and they just go, fuck it, just put them on.
Yeah. Well, hey, easy man. We're not gonna be able to call it that for a while.
What?
Well, I don't know if we're gonna be able to say the word Masters anymore.
The Suns. It'll be the Suns.
Yeah.
We can't use the word Civil War anymore.
Yeah.
What?
Civil War is
Civil
offensive.
War. Civil War is offensive.
They're gonna rename
The Oregon.
Captain Marvel.
Captain
internal
America.
strife.
I think Mike from Woburn called it internal disagreement.
Yeah, that's what it was. Internal disagreement. Yeah.
No, so Oregon State, their rivalry game is called the Civil War, and now they're not going to call it the Civil War
Because it offends people.
because it's
People
offensive.
died.
So are we
So-
not gonna teach our kids about Civil War?
I mean,
So,
you'll teach about that, but you won't glorify.
so I actually have a couple
people
thoughts,
die in wars, don't you know?
and this is one. This is one that I was actually genuinely curious about. So I actually texted Nikos.
Yeah.
He seems to be my insider on this one because he'll tell me if people are being retarded,
Yeah.
but he'll also tell me if they're not.
Right.
So I genuinely asked him, and I'm trying to pull it up. Oh fuck, you texted me a lot. And more or less what he told me was he goes, yeah, I got no real problem with the term. He goes, because the other thing with the term Civil War, because the Civil War is everywhere.
Yeah, they just called ours the Civil War.
Well,
that's
so
what-
I guess theoretically ours would be the American Civil War.
Right. Right.
But like Civil Wars happen everywhere, all the time.
There's one going
Yeah.
on right now.
Now, he said, he goes, yeah, so anything with the Confederacy should have been gone like a long time ago.
Yeah.
But like he said the problem right now, he goes, white people are up in arms and it's not your time to talk. That's like
Yeah.
that's kind of what's happening.
Yeah.
He goes, it's not the term Civil War that's a problem, but now's not the time to be like, oh, what can't even like get rid of this, like whatever. It's like no, now it's your time to shut up.
Right.
That's what it is.
Right.
Because I was about to just spout off, and I go, wouldn't the event that abolished slavery be something that we want? Wouldn't that be
Yes.
something that we want to celebrate?
Yeah, because we won.
You guys,
Like the side that won is the ones that didn't want slavery.
Correct.
So that should be like
The win.
a good thing.
The
you guys
war
sound racist.
abolished. What's the thing? The war abolished slavery. So I
Yeah.
thought that would be a good thing.
I'm also really, I'm really interested to know. Maybe you know the answer to this,
I don't know
Mr. History guy. Now that I'm thinking of it, how often are civil wars fought, and then the place that loses gets reabsorbed into the country? Because like just off the top of my head, I'm thinking of Ethiopia and Eritrea. Like there was a civil war, and then the Eritreans kind of became their own country.
Well, they won.
Yeah, but
Like usually a civil war you just kill everybody. We were nice because we wanted to keep like the peace. Like,
Yeah.
bring them back and like try to change their mind, but don't kill them, which was probably the better idea. But in all of history, they usually just poison the people. Like,
yeah. Well,
like
because
basically
there was
the Middle East and
also
all that.
Korea.
Yeah,
North and South Korea became different countries.
yeah, Vietnam.
Vietnam became different countries. Wasn't
Well,
there a
no,
conflict
no.
between?
Vietnam just went to communism.
Yeah, wasn't there a conflict? Like, isn't that how like Laos became? Wasn't it like Laos and Cambodia were once the same country or something like that?
Cambodia was next to Vietnam,
Um,
and Laos was there. I don't know how they formed.
And then what was the thing that started World War One? That was two different countries, right? It was
Serbia and Montenegro.
Yeah. Well, no, a
No, it was,
guy just killed
Yugoslavia.
yeah,
Right? It was the Czech Republic. became
son of
something-
his Archduke Franz Ferdinand got shot by somebody.
Oh, the band?
Yes. He got shot by just extremist politician from another country.
Yeah, but what, so maybe I'm thinking of the wrong thing. There was something with
That
like
happened-
World War One. There were two countries that were fighting each other that
So-
became separate. I feel
I
like
know
most often.
Yugoslavia
yeah, they
and
just broke up.
Czechoslovakia is way later because
Really?
some of these guys,
They broke up everything.
yeah, some of these guys in the
Yeah.
NHL, probably not now. Like some of the guys born in the '70s were born in Czechoslovakia. They were
Yeah.
born in Yugoslavia, and then
Right.
now they're not countries anymore.
Right. But I just think it's interesting that we just kind of like reabsorbed them, and it didn't become two different countries. Because I feel like that's usually how it goes. Well, except for I guess you could say was it Israel and Palestine are they're kind of the same thing as us.
Well, Kinda. Yeah, ideology, yeah, but it's like
Yeah.
it's like if racists and non-racists didn't live in this country, which technically they didn't, and you just threw them in together, and then they were like fight,
Yeah.
like right away,
Yeah.
like right at the beginning. That's basically what happened with them.
But I just think it's just a thought that just came to me. That
Yeah, I
I
mean-
didn't know how common it was for civil wars to be fought, and then
Usually,
have the losing side could just be reabsorbed.
usually the side that separates doesn't fucking go against the better army. Like
Yeah.
they didn't stand a chance in the long run
Yeah.
against a military that had
I think
technology.
the North also wants the South. Like it wasn't
Yeah,
wasn't
we
just
needed
about
We needed
Yeah,
their
well,
food.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
the
like the
crops.
river and
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
so it wasn't necessarily even just about like fuck these guys. It was like, no motherfuckers, you're coming back. We want you.
Right. Right. We need your shit. We can't grow stuff good up here all year, so we need.
We need you guys
We
to grow
need you
stuff
guys.
good.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I don't know. That was just a random thought. Oh, the other, I have another update on the Teddy Roosevelt thing.
yeah.
People were attacking Teddy Roosevelt. Now, you made a good point.
Well, this was the statue, right?
Yeah, you made a good point
Yeah.
when we talked about this, that he was on the horse, and the Native American and the black person next to him were standing on the ground. So if you want to take that as like a white power thing, I'll at least listen to your argument. However,
Someone would have to history check me. What good did Teddy Roosevelt do for Native Americans?
I don't know about that, but I have something right here.
Go.
Teddy Roosevelt said in 1905, and this is a direct quote, secure to each man, whatever his color, equality of opportunity, equality of treatment before the law. So in 1905, Teddy Roosevelt was saying every man, whatever color skin he has the right to equality of opportunity and treatment before the law.
Yeah.
So
Pretty wacky stuff to say during that year.
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
So
I didn't check him for something.
Teddy Roosevelt, by and large, he was also just, again, I'm not too familiar with his policy, but he's just an absolute fucking badass. One of my favorite presidents without even knowing his policy, like I said. But he seems like a really fucking good dude.
Yeah.
And now we have that direct quote from a speech he gave in 1905. And people are saying that he's racist.
Well, they go into the not racist, but like that. It's more the statue thing being
Yeah, it's
like
the
more
statue.
implicit than explicit. Like
Yeah.
he didn't really openly acknowledge that he was better than them. He didn't really think that. But he's like your grandparents. Like, they're a little iffy on stuff when it comes to race matters, but they're not a bunch of people with like a Confederate flag or bringing out pitchforks and nooses. Like there's a middle ground of somewhere where like, oh yeah, he's probably not a racist by any means that you would ever see, but people that are of a different race would see him and be like, you know, fuck that white guy because he like does this a little bit too. He panders a little
That
bit.
part
too
of it
much,
is a
so,
stretch for me, because we have proof now that he has said he literally has given us a speech
Yeah.
and said that.
The statue still sucks.
Yeah,
No,
Yeah,
it doesn't,
that-
yeah, it
that's-
doesn't mean
That's
doesn't
Yeah.
mean he.
But
approves of the
what
statue.
I'm saying
Yeah.
is like I don't like that people are calling him a racist because
Yeah,
they're
that's
just saying it without being informed.
Oh yeah. So
the
the
statue might
the,
be.
the statue.
And it's also not like he was the one that had that statue made either.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like it's
So
more
it's-
against. I think people are more against the statue than him. Like
Yeah,
that's
right.
mainly what
Yeah.
it comes to.
And that's where people screw it up
Right.
And
because
there's,
they say it's like, huh, I'm not thrilled about that statue. Huh, he's racist.
But yeah, that's what I don't like.
Yeah.
that sucks
Like,
that
no,
people.
it's like, hey, that's a shit statue. Let's get that fucking thing down.
It also sucks that you can be a good person during a certain time, but wouldn't be a good person today. Like you're a product of your time. You can only be so good. Like there was some person in their statue
Like
in
Genghis Khan.
yeah, I know. Yeah, he was great.
He did great things.
He's misunderstood.
Yeah.
There's in California.
He
there's a
repopulated
statue.
all of Asia.
Yeah, he gave everyone short dicks or something. There's a statue in California. It's of a priest who helped and tried to like change things, but like for the natives, and they tortured him and made them Christians. Like they fucking tortured him. He
Yeah.
was like, I'm trying to stop that overall, but I can't really stop these fucking crazy Christians. So I'm just trying to help. I'm
Yeah.
on the right side, but I'm part of the bad group.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
he was a good person. He has a statue. He tried to help out. He tried to prevent it. He did in some cases. But he was still part of that group. It's like trying to be in the KKK and reform them to not hate. You're probably, yeah, you're a good person, but do you really need a statue of you with the KKK stuff on?
No.
Because
Yeah.
you weren't part of the KKK, but I know you're trying to change it, but you don't need a statue. Like, I saw that, and it sucks that people be like, that person's racist. They're not racist. They didn't have a good job. They didn't have a great resume
Yeah.
for a statue.
No. That's what I mean. It's like we can't be like that's the thing. Like right now is like with the Civil War thing. If Oregon State wants to change the name, go ahead.
Yeah.
But let's not pretend. Let's not fucking sit here and say it's something it's not. Because now pretty soon it's like we're gonna be taking words out of the English language.
Yeah.
Why is it called the Civil War?
Honestly, because it's just Oregon
Because
State.
they didn't fight in the American Civil War.
No, they probably weren't even a country.
They weren't.
I'm a country.
I can
Isn't
guarantee
civil-
they weren't a country.
Isn't the term Civil War an oxymoron?
Not being civil. I mean, it's civilian war.
A civil, like you're not being civil when you're at war.
Yeah, but it's supposed. So that's the thing is it's supposed to mean like civil is like within.
Yeah. It's
But I don't
really
think that's
domestic
what's
war.
funny.
They should have called it domestic war, not foreign war.
Internal conflict.
Internal disagreement.
Yeah.
That's what they
But
say.
there's just a lot. Oh, the other one is this is great. I sent this to you earlier. They removed Aunt Jemima, the picture of Aunt Jemima.
So did you see what I put in the Snapchat group?
No.
It was Pawn Stars. When you guys said it earlier, I thought of it. It was like the top part of the meme just says, you know, people of color, we just want to be treated equal and be heard. And then below it goes, best I can do is take Aunt Jemima off the cereal bottle.
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah, that's fucking great. So I saw there's a meme that said there's nothing more like a white person move than taking Aunt Jemima off this maple syrup bottle, but leaving the high fructose corn syrup and like whatever
all
else
this stuff
that's
that's
actually slowly killing people. So it's like on the surface we're gonna pretend like we're doing something good, like we're gonna take this off.
Yeah.
But the bad stuff that's really in here that's actually killing you,
Keep it.
we're leaving that in there. Like that is the ultimate white person move.
Yeah, I think Aunt Jemima and Uncle Ben have been casualties of.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was always a weird thing to see when I was working at a grocery store. Just pull forward, like, there's a slave there. There's a slave there. This is okay. Why is this okay? Whatever.
Or like the picture I sent you the other day. It was the new Land O'Lakes
Oh
package.
yeah,
They got rid of the Indian but
Oh,
kept the
God.
land.
yeah.
That is so fucking spot on.
Yeah.
You gotta know your history. If you don't know your history,
Oh,
there you go.
Yeah. It's just pretty funny. I find it hilarious. But there's another one I just saw really quickly. So people are going crazy about like ripping statues down and everything.
Yeah.
Someone in Washington, so protesters have set a date and time to tear down the Emancipation Memorial in Washington, D.C., depicting President Abraham Lincoln standing over a freed slave. Now, I don't have a picture of this memorial, but it's from the Washington Examiner, so I also don't know how not biased they are. What did I say it was called? The Emancipation.
I just pulled it up.
What does it look like?
It's not great.
I can see where they're coming from. Like it's gonna show that he's freeing the slave, but it
Not
does.
great. This is
Out,
not
out
great.
of context, it looks very bad.
Yeah, that's not.
Dude.
It's white gold.
Here's the thing. It's 2020. You can't. This shit isn't gonna work anymore.
You can't.
It's
wait
not.
for it anymore.
You
Like,
can't.
let's say that-
If it's the Emancipation Memorial, I believe we're all on the same page that Emancipation's great, and Lincoln did some really good shit.
Yes.
But he's fucking standing over
Yeah.
the freed slave. Like, why doesn't the freed slave, like, if he was
Yeah,
shaking his
he's-
hand,
Yeah.
It almost looks like
If you, yeah,
he's like shining his shoes.
or he's about to
he's
pet
not-
him like a fucking dog.
Like he's not shining his shoes, but he's in the position where he's crouched down on the ground, right in front of Abraham Lincoln,
Yeah.
and Lincoln has his hand outstretched, like as if he were gonna like rub him on the back or
yeah,
something.
but, yeah. Look at it like you're from the slave's perspective. It's like, oh, you made a statue, like you're welcome. That statue that just says that.
Oh, actually, and then from this angle, it just looks like he's patting him on the
Yeah,
head.
from the side angle, it looks like he's literally
Nice.
patting him on the head.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, so why not have a picture or a statue of Abraham Lincoln standing with his arm around a slave?
How about just shaking a hand?
It's a shaking
Yeah,
hand.
or shaking a hand.
Arm around, seems a little bullyish, like, fucking.
No, this.
No, if they both have their arms around each other.
Yeah, exactly. If he's just doing it to a slave, then
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's also not okay.
Seems horrifying.
That's, yeah, that's a. So here we go. That's a bad statue.
Right. Yeah. No,
Just
I'll give
change
it
it
to
up.
it.
It's a good thing. Bad statue.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Abraham Lincoln, okay. The part where he's,
Emancipation,
Yeah.
okay too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
him
That
plus slave
statue,
down.
not good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad statue.
They're not taking down the one with him sitting in a fucking
Nope.
room.
Nothing wrong with that.
It's on the penny.
Unless someone's hiding in the corner, like kneeling down. I don't know.
Just
Like, I don't know. Like, yeah, do they have someone sweeping up back,
Yeah.
like in the statue? I don't know, but
I don't know. But now it's becoming one of those things where it's like. So both sides. This is why I fucking hate extremists on either end. So it's like the extremists on the left are saying like, was Abraham Lincoln racist? You know what I mean? Like they're pulling that.
I'm
They're
just
like,
okay.
They
I'm
but
just
then,
I'm gonna put this out.
but then you have the extremists on the right that are saying, where do we end? Where does this end? This is people are just trying to get away with whatever they can right now because they think that they can do anything they want and no one's going to stop them.
It's
It's
like
like,
let's do nothing.
but like here we are sitting here being like,
shit statue.
not a good statue.
Yeah, shit
Not a good
statue.
statue. So what I also
Civil
want,
War, not a bad term.
what I also would want is
Let's see.
if you're going to get rid of these statues, replace them with a better one. Don't just rip it down. Like the Teddy Roosevelt statue, him on the horse with the Native American and the black person. If you're gonna take it down, put one up of the three of them just standing next to each other.
Yeah, do one like that.
If you're gonna get rid of the Abraham Lincoln emancipation thing, put the statue up of them shaking hands.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't just like take it down and have it be nothing.
Right.
I mean, I'm fine with them taking down all statues and like replacing with a new generation because like we're only 200 years old.
What if we
They
said
gotta do that with all the other
we
ones.
need to replace statues with like, fuck. There was a really funny, fuck, I don't know if we talked about it on the show, like the last episode or one of the ones before, or if it was a funny meme that I saw. It was, we need to replace, Dale Earnhardt. We need to replace all statues with Dale Earnhardt.
So it was all Confederate statues.
Yeah, all Confederate
All
statues
Confederate
need to be
statues.
replaced with Dale Earnhardt.
I like
The argument was fucking impeccable.
Yeah.
We put it up on social media.
Yeah, there was like 7 bullet points on
Yeah,
there.
it was like Dale Earnhardt never
I
seceded
remember
from
that
the
now.
Union.
Yeah, and then it was like
fucking Confederacy.
Dale Earnhardt was born in and revered by people in North Carolina. Robert E. Lee was shot by someone from North Carolina.
Yeah, and then it was like I forget one of the tracks.
Oh,
It was like
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Oh,
It
he's
says
got burned
Dale
in.
Earnhardt burned up the Atlanta track for 9 wins in his career. The Confederacy literally burned Atlanta to the ground. And it's like it just went through that, and it was like we need to replace all of these with Dale Earnhardt. I'm down with that.
I gotta break some news.
Yeah, what we got?
Cam Newton to the Patriots.
No fucking way.
1 year incentive laden deal.
Wow.
I thought they couldn't afford him.
I thought they couldn't either.
You guys are fucking know-it-alls over there.
Hey,
Well-
to quote Mike Felder, the cap is crap.
So I don't have contract details.
It honestly,
That
the
doesn't matter.
cap really is crap because you can finagle it and you can write it. Look at the Brady contract.
I'm so fucking sure that they couldn't
So-
sign someone.
Tom Brady, we're paying him $13 million this year, and he's not even on the team.
Yeah.
So you can, I was gonna say finagle.
Finagle.
Combine maneuver and finagle. You can finagle the money however you want, and fit people in under the cap. And then there's certain things that like do count against the cap, and then there's certain things that don't. Like signing bonus is prorated and might not count all at once, and then you can spread some other stuff out. It's so weird. Like fuck, you're gonna get a popsicle headache trying to figure it out, like Felder always says too. But there are ways to get around it.
So Ian Rappaport,
Yeah.
bare minimum deal.
Wow. We got fucking. I love breaking news.
Phil Perry. Patriots have very little cap space. Unless there was another move, he signed for very, very low money.
Yeah.
Because the Patriots only have $680,000 in the cap.
They also don't have to be under the cap yet, without penalty.
Oh, is it like after? Is it like your final 53?
I think so. Like because like rosters are expanded to 90 in the preseason, and camp.
The Patriots currently have $650,000.
Yeah. Yeah. I wonder if
Why did everyone hate Cam Newton?
I wonder if there's a Joe Tooney move coming.
So they just said, so Pat's cap says they don't need to create any cap space as long as his cap number is 1.4 million. Any incentives he gets go on next year.
Right. Right.
So he could have signed for $1 million
Right.
With a shit ton of incentives.
and then a ton of incentives that he'll probably never be able to reach.
So
He won't get cut.
Oh, yeah.
does this mean Stidham's not the guy?
No, he's the guy.
Not this year.
He's the guy. Was he sucking at his like?
Hey, how bad does it suck to be Brian Hoyer? Although not really, because he's been paid a fuck ton of money.
Yeah, he's not there.
He's made a decent amount of money.
He's made a lot of money.
But
But like coming back to the Patriots this year, being like, oh wow, I might actually have a chance to start this year because I'm going up against essentially a rookie. I mean, he's in his second year, but he's essentially a rookie. And it's like, wow, yeah, okay. Oh, in comes former MVP Cam Newton. It's like, shit, I have no chance now.
I guess I'll just go sleep on my pile of money.
Do you think Jarrett Stidham comes back from Texas now?
Oh, maybe he got signed.
Just stay there, man.
Yeah, just stay in Texas.
Maybe
Jared Stidham has
Maybe
coronavirus.
coronavirus down in Texas. That's why this is a preventative deal.
Dude, I win! Holy shit, I win! I forgot I put money on that.
On Cam Newton?
Yeah, back in like February.
Really?
Yeah, I put $20 on Cam Newton to the Patriots.
What were the odds?
I don't know.
What did you do it on?
MyBookie.com.
Fuck, it's on your phone, huh?
Yeah.
I would love to know how much money you just won.
Let me see. I can log in.
Oh god. See now, okay, so this is so fucking
It's too
annoying.
bad you can't get more and more money the later it goes into that. Like it's getting more and more less likely. Get
This
more
is so annoying because now it's like, oh, just when you thought they weren't gonna be good, here comes Cam Newton. Oh
Oh,
god.
Patriots going to the Super
yeah.
Bowl.
I want. So they were. So the Pats. I think they were 25-1 before they signed him.
Should have took the Patriots.
So the Patriots are going to win the Super Bowl again.
I guess they didn't have any other problems, right?
25-1 to win the Super Bowl, and now they just signed Cam Newton.
Yeah. Are my open bets?
Someone just
Oh.
tweeted, Tom Brady is a Buccaneer and Cam Newton is a Patriot. I was not ready for 2020.
It's a weird year. I think Cam Newton's gonna listen to Bill Belichick. Or Belichick's gonna like him.
Well, so I think,
Like it's a personality.
I truthfully think, and this isn't just like, defend the castle.
Matt Castle.
I think it's just I think Belichick is probably just gonna go with the defense.
47. I
Oh.
put $10. I bet $10 on Cam Newton to the Pats, and it was plus 470.
Dude, that means you have units in your account again.
So I won $47.
Yeah, let's go. We got units again.
Yeah. So I have 57 units.
Who we betting in the PGA next weekend?
Right,
I've
so-
I've been profitable picking the final round winner the last 2 weeks.
Nice.
I mean, you have to pick 3.
Oh, that's cool and all. I'm gonna stick with my NASCAR picks.
Yeah, I've been working on it.
I started out the season. I picked 4 of the first 7 races, And since then, I was like, hey, I'm pretty good at this. I should start doing this every week. And then I'm since 0 for 6.
Yeah, so before round 4 last week and this week, I picked 3 golfers, all of which would be profitable
Yeah.
under winning. So I'm plus money.
Yeah.
Plus money on that. So what do we got? Cam Newton, what do you think? Like the move? Hate the move?
I don't hate it. Obviously he's good. I don't know. I really don't know. Looking at, in all honesty, like everything's going to be shortened, preseason and all that shit, which is kind of why I thought they were just going to run with Stidham anyway. Because even amid all those rumors of like Andy Dalton before he signed with the Cowboys and like Cam Newton beforehand and all these other people like saying all this shit, and it's like these guys are really not going to have that much time to get in and work together and learn the playbook and all that shit. So it's like, we talked about this as a whole too, I think on the show. Like the NFL product as a whole, like the first like 6 weeks is going to be a shit show. It's going to be the XFL.
Which almost makes you think bringing in Cam. Because Stidham only has 1 year, and I heard someone say that. They go, why does everyone think Stidham's been in the system so long? It was just 1 year.
He's been in 1 year. Yeah.
1 year.
Exactly.
No gameplay.
Expert.
So you know what that might mean for Cam. Whole lot of running the ball.
Yeah.
Whole lot of running.
Yeah.
And the other thing I did here with Cam Newton, we know what Cam Newton is. We know what he can and can't do.
Yeah. He's also, you know
so
what?
Josh McDaniels can get to work.
You know what I will give Cam Newton is so at the beginning of his career, even though he was a quarterback, he looked to run first and then pass.
Not exactly in 2015. He was fucking slinging.
Well, yeah, but he over the course of his career, he changed. He was able to change and he matured a little bit. And I think Ron Rivera kind of beat it into his head that like, you're getting older. You need to stand in the fucking pocket and fucking chuck the ball. He's coming off a shoulder surgery. He should be fine. It's been probably a year, right? Didn't he had surgery in like September, October?
Drew Brees it into a further now.
Yeah, yeah. You know, that's what I mean. I don't hate it, but I'm not going to sit here and tell you that they're going to win the Super Bowl.
No. You think they're a playoff team?
Yeah, I thought they were a playoff team with Jared Stidham.
Do you think they win the East?
Yeah.
With Stidham?
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
what about the Bills?
No, fuck, the Bills are idiots.
Well, so unfortunately,
The Bills are a team
I
of fucking
know nothing
jackalones.
about them.
no. So with the Bills, that's what everyone's saying.
Yeah.
Oh, the Bills, the Bills, the Bills, the Bills.
Jackalones.
That was the Browns last year.
Yeah, exactly.
So
The Bills are going to do Bills.
Josh Allen's still very inaccurate.
Yeah,
Very, very
yeah,
inaccurate.
not a good quarterback.
They can't have an offense, can they? Is that like not allowed? Like the
Yeah.
stadium? Can't they?
Yeah,
Defense can be good every
they haven't had an offense since Jim Kelly.
Yeah. Aaron Thomas.
Yeah.
Super Bowls.
OJ. Bring OJ back. But yeah, no. Like I said, I thought they were gonna win. They would win the East. I had them at 10-6 with Jared Stidham.
Really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah. 10-6.
I know it's a game. I was thinking like 9-7, which was probably still good enough to maybe win the East on tiebreaker.
Yeah. Yeah. Cam Newton now, 11-5. You know what I mean? Like I don't.
Yeah, he's probably 2 games better than Stidham.
Yeah, it's like, but still, like, they're not gonna go out and blow the doors off. Like that's the other thing too. You're not getting Cam Newton from 2015. Like you're not getting MVP Cam Newton, and you're also not getting the Cam Newton that's been in the same system for 8 years. You're getting Cam Newton into a brand new offense, and he's what, 31, 32, 30? He's over 30. I know that for a fact.
Something like that.
You know, it's like, yeah. You know, it's not 26-year-old Cam Newton that's gonna go out and fucking crush it. You know, I mean, I think they'll be fine. You know what I mean? Like I think they'll be fine. 11-5. If Cam Newton is your starting quarterback going into week 1 and he's the starting guy for the whole season, 11-5. which I think this is going to be really interesting to see how their win total changes.
I don't think it will.
Still on the betting angle. What was it before? 9.5?
I think it was 9.
9?
I could see it going to 9.5.
Yeah.
That way it's either.
But I feel like, so it's not gonna be a Vegas move. Like it's not gonna be an initial like wise guy move, but people are gonna bet it up. Like now that Cam Newton is here, people are gonna hammer and fucking pound the over. And if it goes up to like 10.5 or 11, I might even take the under.
Yeah, it would be an overreaction for it to go up that high.
Yeah. This I don't know what it was before. I thought it was 9.5.
Well, it depends on where you look.
Yeah, no, that's true.
I saw 9
Yeah.
in a bunch of places.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean they're fine. They still have so many other questions. Like their number one wide receiver is a 33-year-old Julian Edelman who has 1, maybe 2 full seasons healthy in his entire career.
Well,
They have Mohamed Sanu who like was really good but couldn't fucking figure anything out last year and runs every route 1 yard short.
He's still there?
You have N'Keal Harry, who's he's a first round pick, and he looked really good towards the end of the season and in that playoff game, but he didn't really do dick other than that. You have a running back in Sony Michel that can't fucking stay healthy. He couldn't figure it out last year.
This is your 11-5 team.
But no, this is what I'm saying. Like because everyone is gonna say like, oh, they're gonna win the Super Bowl. It's like they're not. Like for anyone to just think that Cam Newton's gonna come to this team and they're automatically gonna win the Super Bowl, it's not gonna happen. You know, like the defense just got fucking gutted. They lost what? Kyle Van Noy, Jamie Collins, Deron Harmon. Who else? I feel like they lost a defensive lineman.
Shelton.
Danny Shelton.
I think they kind of replaced him, but
Yeah. I feel like there was one other big guy that I can't think of that's not around anymore. But, it's like, I don't know, man. Like I said, they'll be fine. They're going to win the East.
I got more breaking news.
Oh, boy.
I love breaking news!
News?
The Patriots have been penalized with $1.1 million in fines, a 2021 third-round pick, and Patriots TV crews are not allowed to shoot games during the 2020 season going back to Cincinnati. The camera in Cincinnati.
Is this all for the Cincinnati stuff?
Yep.
So they just came out with that now.
4 seconds after
Yeah.
Cam Newton signs.
Yeah.
What a fucking news dump.
Yeah. On a Sunday night.
On a Sunday night at 8:12.
Yeah.
Schefter just came out with it.
I don't need new stuff. to
So
talk
a
about.
third-round pick.
$1 million who gives a fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, third-round pick. That seems like a lot with no evidence.
Yeah. But they are repeat offenders.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Not
Yeah.
fucking cheating. Too well.
And
I've seen
camera
that,
crews
yeah.
aren't allowed
I
anymore.
haven't seen a New
And
Orleans
that's the thing,
Saints, like,
if you
quarterbacks,
aren't cheating,
Yeah.
don't do something that could be construed as cheating.
Yes. Yep. There you
Make
go.
it more clear for the people you hire out to film stuff.
Yeah.
That is cheating. That is not cheating.
Right. Right.
Continue doing the one that is good.
Yeah. Huh. That's interesting. Well, we got 2 breaking newses.
I know.
Do you want to wrap this bitch up?
I don't even know how to. Yeah, so we have a potential good thing happening on the Corn Ferry Tour.
Yeah.
So Daniel Summerhays, he's a professional golfer. He's not very good. I mean, good enough. And I know what everyone's gonna say. It's like, oh, he won $10 million in his career. Yeah, he's a fucking golfer.
Yeah.
They all win that much.
And the Corn Ferry Tour is like the.
He played some PGA. Like he bounced around, whatever.
It's like AAA in baseball.
But his only professional win was in 2007 as an amateur. So he's not very good.
Right.
But he's 36 and he's retiring.
Yeah.
And this is his last tournament. It's at his home course on the Corn Ferry Tour. And he's going to coach and teach. Actually, he's Tony Finau's coach
Oh, really?
while also playing. Very strange.
Huh.
But He shot 9 under today, 62, and was in the clubhouse lead. It is currently raining
Yeah.
with potential 30, 40 mile an hour winds, but there's a lot of golf holes for the leaders to catch him. Like, frankly, there's no way he should win, but if the weather does it, it would be interesting to see him win. Like,
Yeah.
last hurrah,
Yeah.
going out on top.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
But I don't think it's gonna happen. I think this guy Kyle Jones is probably gonna win.
Yeah. But,
Good way to go out.
Yeah.
Winning your last professional tournament at your home course.
Good final thought.
Not really. Okay, nothing.
All right, my final thought is kind of building off of something that we said before on the show, and I don't really know a ton about what I'm really gonna use it as my final thought right now, but my God, has Donald Trump really fucking soured, like really quickly.
What's he doing now?
He apparently posted a tweet of a video where someone yelled white power in the background. Now, it was deleted, and he claims he didn't hear the tweet. But like we said before, like, it's hilarious. Like, I love to like make fun of him. I'm not a Trump supporter, but I think what he does to people on the left is absolutely hilarious.
Well, he just
And I
fucks
love-
with people.
Yeah, I love to watch it just from an entertainment standpoint. But like, my God, has he done himself zero favors in the last like month? Because I forget what we talked about before. It was maybe like a month ago, how he like botched the handling of like something.
Wasn't it just the he did that little photo op with the Bible, but
Rose
he
Garden.
before
yeah.
before they put
Yeah.
the protest, he just gassed them. Did he gas them?
Yeah,
Is that it?
there. I don't know. It was something
So many
else.
little things you can't keep track.
Yeah, it was something else. But my God, man, like, what the fuck? What are you doing? Like, how? And I know, like, maybe he doesn't control everything that gets put on his Twitter. But like, how do you have fucking social media people that like don't check that like don't listen to a full clip before they post it on your Twitter? You know, like,
Leadership, everything below leadership. You
and like
higher up, right?
the whole thing that one of the reasons why I hate politicians, it's also why most people hate fucking, Roger Goodell and all that shit too, is it's like, but take the temperature of the room, man. Like, figure out what the fuck is going on right now. Like, in this climate, in how the fucking country is right now, you're gonna post a video on your Twitter with some dude in the background yelling white power. Like, that's just really bad taste, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta be better than
You're
that.
the president. Regular people shouldn't do it,
Yeah.
especially.
Well, that's the thing. And at a time where people need to shut the fuck up, he's one of them.
Yeah. He just can't help himself.
Yeah. But no matter, shut the fuck up.
Right. So now we're fucked. Like I said before, we're fucked. Shame on the fucking Democrats for running with Joe Biden. Although I still am holding on to like the slight fucking chance that they're gonna pull a fast one on Sleepy Joe and not nominate him in July. We're coming up. We're like a month away from the DNC. So
Be interesting.
I might
Yeah.
vote for the vice president.
yeah.
Uh,
I still I also agree with Jocko from last week. We gotta just have The Rock. We gotta have Dwayne The Rock Johnson run for president. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah,
I heard
when he was
about
talking.
that one, yeah.
It's a great theory. Like, you have him run as truly an independent. He's the only person that could run as an independent and win. One, because he's actually popular, and two, he has enough money to back himself. And the third is, like, he can be a moderate.
Yeah, but can you get the old people vote? Because old people vote the most. They're the ones that like take all the votes.
But you're telling me that if The Rock ran for president, people wouldn't come out in droves just to vote for him?
Young people don't come out in droves for anything these days.
They came out for Obama.
Yeah.
He had the highest voter turnout in a long time. So,
Good.
you know,
Thanks.
it's, I don't know. I think he could do it. I want The Rock.
I think they said on the Joe Rogan thing.
Rock Jocko
before,
2020.
They said like, why the fuck would he ever run? Then half the country fucking hates him. All of a sudden, everyone loves him.
Yeah.
Why would he ever
Not if he
want
runs
to-
as an
yeah.
independent.
Well, no, if he
Then everyone would hate him.
That's true.
Theoretically.
Because everyone loves you, everyone hates you.
Yeah.
It's like, like, why the fuck would you ever do that?
Yeah.
That's basically good theory on that.
Yeah.
On why not.
Yeah.
Then again, power, money, not really money, less money. Yeah, less fucking money. $200,000.
I'm gonna hijack his final thought.
No, I haven't.
It's really fucking funny that the second, so Cam Newton's this good, like Cam Newton's great quarterback, like he's awesome, whatever. Goes to the Patriots, dude. He's stuck for 3 years.
Yeah.
It's great.
Oh yeah, everyone's already saying that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. He's not good.
He did suck for 3 years.
So, alright. Well, that's going to do it for us. Thank you guys for watching on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to the show. We've got another subscriber on YouTube. This is great. We're up to 15 subscribers now. We're doing big things on the YouTubes. Keep telling your friends, too. And tell them to subscribe when they watch. Also, keep spreading the word for wherever you're listening on your podcast streaming service. Subscribe there, too. Big shout out to the great state of Texas. They're, we've garnered quite the following in Texas and where else? Missouri and I believe Michigan are our top 3 states right now. Well, behind Massachusetts because that's where we live and most people listen to us from there. But yeah, those the great 3 states of Texas, Missouri, and Michigan. Shout out to you guys. Keep spreading the word too. And we're on Instagram at Sarcasm Speaks Pod. Twitter is Sarcasm_Speaks, and our Facebook page is just Sarcasm Speaks. So until next time, good night.